Well, good morning. It's Friday as I record this. At least I'm pretty sure it's Friday. And I just have one question for you this morning. Is your business a boomin' or is it not? And I think your business is a boomin' according to what you are trying to get booming. What am I talking about? I want to talk about optimism, pessimism, realism. Is your business a boomin'? Now, I'm the last of the great wild-eyed optimist. I'm the most optimistic person you will ever meet. I'm the most optimistic person you will ever find. There's no doubt about it. Now, none of you are going to come right out and say I'm a pessimist, but many of you will come out and say, oh, well, I'm a realist. And I think a realist is just a pessimist that's afraid to fess up to the facts. And I've been pondering why am I an optimist, and does the divine care what we are? Does it matter energetically what we are? And I was reading The Secret Science yesterday, and I came across this passage, and it crystallized it to me. And I am the mailman. Sometimes I bring you checks, you love me. Sometimes I bring you bills and you hate me. And sometimes I bring you things that it's all about your perception. Now listen to this. This is from The Secret Science from John Baines. Great book. You've got to read it. It says, the first step towards the solution of any problem is optimism. It is enough to believe that something can be done to have half the battle won. A positive mental attitude is indispensable for the one who seeks to excel. At each moment, one must feel happy, positive, full of life and energy, and in harmony with the divine creative forces. One must admire beauty in all its manifestations in order to purify and lift one's soul, never feeling conquered or depressed by anything. As the child of God, man has a right to enjoy the protection of his Father and of all his wealth. By adopting a positive mental attitude, the individual separates himself or herself from all the destructive vibrations that could assail him from without, and in accordance with the law of harmony, he or she will only capture those vibrations which are positive and uplifting. Now, there's a lot of us that are within this spirituality movement. There's a lot of us that are within the truth movement. There's a lot of us that are within the New Age. Maybe not New Agers so much, because that's all unicorns and rainbows. But people that are truthers, people that are in this new thought, a lot of you are realist, and you will defend the fact that you're a realist to the nth degree, but then you'll talk to me about the law of vibration, and you'll talk to me about the law of attraction, and you'll talk to me about the law of cause and effect, all while defending your right to be a realist, which really means that you're a pessimist. But when you are being realistic, when you're being pessimistic, according to the law of harmony, which means like things gather like, that's a Hermetic law. According to the law of attraction, which means like things attract like, if you're being realistic, quote unquote, what are you attracting into your life? And if, gulp, you're actually being pessimistic, what are you attracting into your life? And if you're a wild-eyed optimist like yours truly, what are you attracting into your life? Do you really believe in the law of attraction or don't you? Do you really believe in the law of harmony or don't you? And let me ask you this question. It can't be denied that if you're going to be pessimistic, you're going to attract pessimistic type things. If you're going to be realistic, you're going to attract realistic type things. If you're going to be optimistic, you're going to attract optimistic type energy. What would you rather deal with? Pessimism? Realism? Optimism? It's up to you, cousin. Which one would you rather attract? Well, Jeff, that's not reality. That's not your reality. because you're a realist. That's not your reality because you're a pessimist. That's not my reality. I experience it. That's because you experience what you project. Jeff, that rainbows and unicorns, that optimistic, everything's great life that you live, it's just not real. It's real for me, cousin. I can fall into a vat of shit and come out smelling like a flower. I don't know how or why. Not because I'm smart, not because I'm super spiritual, but because I am optimistic AF, as the t-shirt might say. Well, Jeff, it's just not the real world. No, cousin, it's not your real world because you don't have the guts to try it. Did I say that? I'm not here to upset you unless upsetting you is what it takes to get you to move towards action. The last thing I want when someone watches one of my videos is to say at the end, oh, that was kind of nice. Yes, that was rather interesting. I enjoyed that. No, I want somebody saying, well, that's stupid. I'll get him. Or saying, wow, that changed my life. That's what I want. So if I have to make you mad in order for you to do something that'll eventually make you glad, I'm your huckleberry. And if I can just make you glad straight up, I'm your huckleberry there too. But do you think the divine, when they created, or he created, or she created, whatever you think, do you think that God got out there and said, well, this probably isn't going to work too well, but let there be light? Of course not. Do you think God said, well, realistically, this is going to be pretty hard and difficult, and I don't really know about the permutations and the transmutations and the correlations, but, I'm trying to be realistic here, but what the heck, let there be light? Do you think he said that? And I'm contextualizing myself because most of you think of God as a he. Or do you think the divine said, you know what? If I said, let there be light, there would be this beautiful light, and this beautiful light would cause growth, and everything would be great. So let there be light. Which attitude do you think really characterized the divine mindset prior to creation? In which mindset do you think would be better serving to you as you create yourself, as you build your life? It's up to you, cousin. Optimism, pessimism, realism. How's your business booming? I'm Jeffrey Darty. New cosmic knowledge. I'll be back later with some more broadcast excellence. How is your business booming, cousin? You get back what you put out. What you going to put out? We're the last generation of real humans. We got a choice. Let's get busy.